Hello, good evening. I'm going to stand over here out of their way. Thank you guys so much for coming and staying for the high school portion of the concert. I don't know what they've done in the past. I imagine that Eastern and Woodlawn have probably done joint middle school pieces like this before. And it's a really great way to give middle schoolers a glimpse into playing with high school. And it's really fantastic. And I appreciate you being patient with our transitions because we have a lot of people on stage, as you can see, which is a great problem to have. Anyway, you guys know Pixar's Up, and this is just a medley from Up, just a few different pieces in there. Yeah, it's a great piece. We hope you enjoy Up. Thank you guys for coming. So first of all, Sophie and Cassie both take private lessons with Miss Bennington, and she has given them a duet to play together, and she wanted them to play it at the concert. So I was like, sure, that's great. So now, if we can turn on the floor lights just a little bit if possible, whoever divine people that are up there. Thanks. And they're going to play a short duet by Franz Joseph Haydn for you, the Allegro portion of it. So enjoy their flute duet. Awesome. Now give us just a moment as we warm up and tune with the high schoolers, and we will get rocking and rolling. All right, cool. Thank you for your patience. So, we're going to start off first with Nobles of the Mystic Shrine. Really what I do is I just go on the Marine Band website and just find free marches that I really like, that people don't play a lot, and then we play them. And this one's different because, unlike most marches that John Philip Sousa has written, this one starts in minor. And so it gives it much more of a dark feel. So, I really like it. It's good. It's really challenging, at least in part because the key signature is something that we don't play in a lot. There's a lot of extra flat notes that are in it that make it more challenging. So, we will start with a march, Nobles of the Mystic Shrine. Oh, I should also say, this piece has tambourine. Hold up tambourine wherever you are. Oh, there you are. Hey. This piece has tambourine. Because this is part of the Shriners, this was written for the Shriners back in the 1920s or 19-teens or something like that. And the Shriners was like a mystic order of sorts. And so what the Shriners had these big poles with jingly metal objects on the side. And so when they would hit them down, it would make this jingly noise. I know nobody with the fancy jingle stick. I could not find anybody with the fancy jingle stick. Otherwise, Hayden would be playing the jingle stick. But we don't have it. So she's playing tambourine instead, which is still not commonly used in the marches. Anyway, enjoy. And that's a tough piece, and they did a great job. In this program, there should be a piece for everybody. These are in all varying styles, right? This one is like very traditional march literature, military band, all that good stuff. And then we're transitioning to another, in all its glory, is a band classic. James Swearingen was, he was one of the first people to really start writing for high school concert bands. And he started doing that in like the 70s, I think it was, in the 80s. And he kind of started that movement. And people told him, your stuff's too repetitive. All of your songs sound the same. And he said, that's crazy. I make money. And he makes lots of it. So he doesn't care. Anyway, this piece, I likened it to a couple of years ago, this band played Into the Joy of Spring for their NPA concert, and it's kind of like that. It has a very similar vibe to it. All Jim Swearingen songs are fast, slow, fast. Sometimes there's like little interludes, so the beginning starts a little bit slow, but then it's just fast, and slow, and then it's fast. And classic James Swearingen format. Yes, this one will feature a couple soloists. Before I forget, the soloist, I know Tristan's going to have a solo or two, or maybe three, I can't remember. And, oh yeah, Izzy's going to have a solo as well. So yes, we hope you enjoy in all its glory. It's a good one. I love that piece. It's great. So now, oh, and I should say, we brought in a clinician last week on Thursday because I didn't have enough with all of the Miss Eastern things and the recruitment camps as well, right? We wanted to add one more thing. I brought in a clinician on Thursday. And the thing that he said was that he was so impressed that he remarked at how resilient these students are, right? Because going through a band director change is no joke. It's not. And going through a band director change in the middle of a year is really no joke. And he was like, they care, they listen to you. It's like they're doing great, right? It's like, I mean, I can't say it's like nothing ever happened because, everything happens, but they've done a great job. They've been super resilient, so please give them a round of applause because they're doing so good. So, I wanted to find some band music that has lots and lots of percussion. So these last two band pieces have tons and tons and tons of percussion. This one is called Imani, and Imani in Swahili means faith. And that is what they call the seventh day of Kwanzaa. I know, we're not in December. It's not Kwanzaa. No, it's not. But I thought this piece was fun, and I thought we should do it. And I'm going to read you a little snippet from the score about what the composer said about this piece. Imani is the principle that reminds one to believe in their parents, teachers, leaders, and people, to believe in victory at the end of the struggle. Imani embodies this principle and spirit with its use of form and harmony. So there's a lot of non-Western percussion used, right? So, Jaden, can you hold up the bongos, please? So hold up the bongos so everybody can see them. Hold them up. Yep. Thank you. Yes, like that. Kason, hold up the puili sticks. Kason and Earl will be using these Hawaiian fancy sticks while they're playing. I've never seen another piece use stuff like that. And then there's also the conga drums, but I'm not going to have him hold those up. Those are heavy. Yeah. Anyway, this piece is fun. And they're singing. We get to sing in this piece too. It's like chorus. It's great. soloists in that were Sophie and Amelia. That's a really fun piece. That's good. Okay, I'm blanking. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm kind of under the weather. I barely know where I am. I'm glad I'm here. Anyway, so, this last piece. A little while ago, at another school, my students were at the all-county band, and they realized that this piece has a ton of percussion parts, and the all-county percussion kids, there were not enough to cover all of the percussion parts. So, I had to cover a part, and another band member. So there was two of us back there. I guess they probably just thought I was a student, but the other guy, he was in his 30s. They did not think he was a student. Anyway, so that's how I came to find out about this piece. It is a really fun piece, right? Urban dances. Urban means city, right? And so what Eric Morales did was he just took two of the most popular and most common rhythms from pop music. And he included those, and he just kind of, he would switch them around, he would augment them, he would shorten them up, right? He would just do all these like fragmenting and augmentation techniques to create as much interest with these popular music rhythms as possible. Anyway, this one is also really fun. It's great. Urban dances. While I'm stalling for time, let us also, I would like to remind you, our band banquet is next Friday on the 29th of May. It was originally scheduled for the 30th, but actually that weekend I'm getting married and I'm going out of town, so I won't be here. So that's why I had to move it up. So thanks for bearing with me and moving it up. Yeah. My fiance is here somewhere. I don't know where she is. She's fantastic. She's the best. She actually teaches art in Wake County right now. She's a better teacher than I am. She's great. Anyway, so if you find her, tell her she's a great teacher. We had also at the last band parent meeting, we had a couple of new parents inducted in. And so there should be information that will be sent out about that in the coming weeks. But as far as the banquet goes, we have lots of appetizers, snacks, drinks, cutlery, and things that people are willing to donate. If there are any like bigger entree things, like if you want to go get a Bojangles box of chicken or something like that, that is the thing that we are now in need of the most. So if you feel so inclined, if you thought the concert was any good, go ahead and sign up, bring some chicken, bring some, I don't know, potato salad, right? Food Lion sells potato salad by the gallon. All right, thanks for listening to me talk. I'm done stalling. We're going to now take this time to celebrate our seniors, as we'll keep doing for the next 3 weeks. But we're going to start now. So we have also our soloist. Claire had a solo. Claire, stand up. And yeah, she's a freshman. She did fantastic. It's great. Sophie. Cassie was in a duet with them as well. I'm forgetting. Stand up, Cassie. Yes, they did a fantastic job. So now, let's recognize our seniors. We'll start in the back, because flutes are always used to going first. Percussion goes last. No, percussion's going first this time. All right, so we're going to start with, where is he? Jaden. Come back out here. You can't escape that fast. Yeah. He was killing it on the bongos. It's great. Hayden. And also in our percussion, Emma. Next, in our tubas, we have Joseph. And then, trombones, we have Noah. All right. And then clarinets, we've got a few of them. We'll start with Olivia. Olivia was not able to perform, to play her instrument for health reasons tonight, but she still wanted to be here because it was her senior concert, so give her another hand. And then we have Demia. All right. And then we have Adelina and the flutes. And then we have Sophie. And we have Cassie. And yes, and last but definitely not least, I'm so sorry, Kirsten. Anyway, this concert cycle is among the shortest that we have. We only had 5 weeks to put all this music together. At MPA, usually you have something close to 3 months, and this one is just a little over a month. And so the fact that they were able to get all of this music together in this amount of time is really, really fantastic. And it's meant to challenge them. So, we thank our seniors, and as we move into a new year, we're excited about Marching Band. I'm going to continue to send information about Marching Band out. Yeah. So, now as we transition, our third block band has also been playing another piece. It's like a little Latin piece called Guaracha. This is like the, you go into that restaurant that you know that's like a cinder block building or something, that's like really good stuff, and you're like, give me the thing that's not on the menu. This is the thing that's not on the menu. So, our third block in just a moment, as we're transitioning, is going to play us a little extra tune. It's like elevator music. It's just fun. It's good. So, and then after that, we're going to transition to our percussion ensemble, and we'll conclude tonight. Thank you guys so much. Just a fun little Latin piece. It's great. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and transition to percussion. Thank you, guys. So, our last piece is going to be excavation. It's a movement in art in the park, and we had an optional field trip about, oh gosh, I guess it was a few weeks, it was like three or 4 weeks ago now. I've lost track of time. And it was to go watch the North Carolina Symphony Orchestra play Pictures at an Exhibition. And if you know what Pictures at an Exhibition is, it's where the composer wrote something like 13 different movements to coincide with different art pieces from the time. And so the piece that they're playing, it's great, it ties in, right? It's educational field trip, right? It's great. So this piece is from a larger work called Art in the Park. The other 3 movements include band music as well. And it was written in the same way. The piece that these excavation is based off of is a sgraffito work. I had to ask my fiance what sgraffito was. It is basically where you put multiple layers upon something, either on a canvas or on like a sculpture or a pottery piece, and then you slowly scrape away. And so this piece is meant to kind of embody that, is the kind of the scraping away, the scratching almost. And this includes some very irregular time signatures as well to kind of like throw you off. They're not, in bands, a band kid can count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is different. It goes through quite a few different time signatures. So it's interesting. It's a fun little piece. Excavation. Thank you guys so much for coming again. We will see you at the band banquet next Friday. If you feel so inclined, please go on the Sign Up Genius. I'll send it out again via email so that we can, if you'd like to bring in any food, any entrees. Thank you guys. Have a great night.